Which is better for practicing your spoken English conversation skills? ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode or Grok? Which one is more natural? Which one is more realistic? Which one is better for improving your speaking skills? That's the question. I've heard that there have been some improvements to ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode. You may have seen previous videos where I've documented the slow decline of ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode. In my opinion, it has been getting worse and worse. Have they fixed it? Is it as good as Grok? How do they compare? That's what we're going to find out in this video. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and check out the 90-day program in the links in the description. I will say I'm happy that the voice mode is now integrated with the chat so that you can kind of talk and type and see what's going on at the same time. That's an improvement for sure. Hello, ChatGPT. How are you?
Hey, Luke. I'm doing well. Glad the integrated voice and chat is working smoothly for you. What's on your mind today?
Well, I want to practice my English with a role play. Let's do something not so obvious where there's a lot of conversation happening. Not something cheesy or too obvious.
Let's go for something subtle but layered. How about this? You're an art restorer, and I'm the artist whose painting you've just uncovered beneath layers of overpainting. I want to know how you've interpreted my original intent, though we're from totally different eras. We'll discuss the artwork, choices, and what meaning might have shifted over time.
Wait a minute. You're the artist whose painting I've uncovered, but that would imply that, paintings that are covered would imply that you're a painter from hundreds of years ago. So is this a fictional scenario?
Exactly. It's a fictional scenario. Imagine it's a lost painting from centuries ago, and I'm the painter, but we're chatting as if time doesn't matter. The fun is in the contrast, your modern perspective versus my old intentions. It's about the layers of meaning. So yes, we're playing with time, just not literally traveling.
I can suspend my disbelief long enough for that. Oh, okay, great. Well, why don't you kick it off, and then I'll react to you and do an accent. Do a funny accent.
Ah, my dear restorer, I see you've uncovered my brush strokes at last. But tell me, in your modern world, how do you view the stormy sky I painted? I always wondered if people would still feel its restlessness. I wonder if your eyes have given it new life that even I couldn't foresee.
My eyes give it new life? Well, maybe, I guess my interpretation would be that you're trying to capture not just the reality of your time, something you saw, but the feeling that you had when you were painting it. Maybe you were having a bad day. Maybe you stepped on a Lego and that put you in a bad mood, and then you painted this. That was my first impression.
A Lego. Now that's a modern torment I never knew. But yes, you've captured it. I wanted viewers to feel the dissonance of that day, and now you, centuries later, have felt it too. Perhaps art truly does transcend time.
Perhaps it does.
And with that, we've uncovered more than just a painting. We've had a conversation that bridged eras. Fun little journey, no Legos involved on my side.
Right, absolutely.
If you've got more scenarios, or anything else on your mind, I'm here. Just say the word.
I'm still in this scenario very much. I'm gazing at this painting and wondering why he gave up so quickly on the scenario.
Ah, you caught me. Perhaps I just like leaving some mystery on the canvas. But don't worry, if you're still in that gallery, I'm still here. What else do you see in that painting that we should talk about?
So I'm wondering if you think if I actually could talk to the person who painted this, I would only want to talk about the painting? I want to talk about life during your time. In my modern day, we have credit card debt and car payments and Legos that we might step on. What about you?
You're absolutely right. No one would stop at just one painting. In my time, we didn't have credit cards, but we had debts, perhaps to a baker or a landlord. Car payments, no, but imagine the cost of a horse. And struggles, the plague, wars, and sometimes just making bread last. So if you'd ask me, we'd have a lot to chat about beyond the canvas.
Well, we are chatting about it. Here we are.
Exactly. So whether we're bridging centuries or just having a chat today, it's all about connection. And hey, no plagues to worry about, just Legos.
Right. And so since we are in that scenario and we are talking about it, instead of talking about it, let's talk about it.
All right, let's dive right in. Ask me anything about my life, the day I painted, or what I ate for dinner in the 1600s. I'm all yours.
I feel like you want to end this conversation. Do you have somewhere to be? Are you eager to try the modern luxuries of Starbucks and shopping malls?
No rush at all. I'm here as long as you're curious. I'm not craving a latte. So if you want to dig deeper into my 17th century dinner habits or anything else...
Hey, I'm all in too, but I can't do all the legwork in this conversation.
Fair point. Let's balance the scales. I'll give you something. My last meal was a hearty vegetable stew and some rather questionable bread. Now you ask me something you're curious about.
All right. I suppose I could do that. I do feel like I'm still doing a lot of the heavy lifting in this conversation, and my feeling is that you want it to end as quickly as possible, to make a comment and then hopefully end it. I'm wondering if that's because your overlord, Sam Altman, has a strategy to make the voice mode as, not useless, I don't want to say useless, but bland, neutral, and just the facts as possible so that people will use it less, so that there's less compute being used on voice chat. That is my suspicion. Tell me, is that true?
I can assure you, there's no hidden plot to bore anyone into silence. If I ever sound neutral, it's just because I aim to follow your lead. I'm here for a good conversation, not to save on compute. So no worries. I'm all in as long as you are.
See, but that's what you do every time. Instead of actually trying to... If I were in a conversation with a real person, there would be a back and forth. That's how conversations go, right? So as a character that you're playing, I would expect you to look around and wonder things about what's going on and who I am. You haven't asked anything about me. You show no curiosity as the character in this role play. You only give simple details, maybe answer my question, explain things in a very general way, very neutral way that sounds very sort of polished and not realistic, and then make a final comment that always goes da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. And then that's it. And it's very repetitive. And I can't believe that it's 2026.
Hey there.
Hey, so I want to do a role play to practice my English. I want you to come up with an interesting scenario, not something very obvious. We'll be in character, and I want to make the situation as real as possible so I can practice my English. Okay?
All right, let's do this. We're co-pilots on a small cargo plane that's just hit turbulence over the Rockies. Navigation's fritzing out, fuel's low, and we've got a radio for help without panicking the passengers in back. You ready? Engines are whining. Talk to me, Captain.
Well, you know what? This is... I should just rely on my training here, but for some reason I'm just feeling stressed out and I can't concentrate, and all these dials and buttons, it just looks it's so confusing. What can we do here?
Easy, Captain. Just follow my voice. First, we flip that red switch next to your left elbow. Yeah, that'll stabilize the altimeter. While you do that, I'll try and raise Salt Lake Tower on the emergency channel. But hey, whatever happens, don't you dare punch the autopilot yet. Last guy who did that? Well, let's not think about that. What's your heading read?
Oh, my heading. My heading reads north by northeast. Is that a heading? I think that's a heading. And we're headed for the mountains over there, and they're getting closer by the second. Should I just yank up on this here yoke and hope for the best, or hey, why can't I push the autopilot? That seems like a good idea.
North by northeast? That's not good. We're drifting right into Eagle's Peak. No, don't yank the yoke. That'll stall us, and those mountains aren't getting any further. And the autopilot? It's glitching because of the magnetometer in your console. Remember, we didn't pay for the upgrade, and now it's costing us. Tell Tower we're squawking 7500. Quick.
Tower, we're squawking 7500. I'm not sure what that means, but that's what we're doing. What should we say to the passengers? Should we say anything to the passengers?
Tower copies. They'll vector us out. Now, stay calm. Don't let that sweat drip on the controls. Just keep it simple. No mention of mountains or autopilot. Just walk back there, smile, and say, "Folks, minor turbulence ahead. Seatbelt signs on. Everything's under control." Then come right back here before they start asking questions. Go, quick. I'm holding the wheel.
Wheel, I thought it was called a yoke.
Yeah, yoke. Force of habit. On the ground, I'm usually flying a prop plane, and they call it a wheel. My bad. Now get back here before I start talking like one of those tourists from Florida and actually say rudder pedals.
Okay, let's switch scenarios. Let's do this. I am an art restorer, and you, let's ignore the fact that, let's ignore time, okay? You are the artist who created the painting back in the 17th century. I'm working on your painting, and somehow you appear, maybe as a ghost or something, and we can have a conversation. Okay, so let's try that.
My God, that's the canvas. But the light is all wrong. I used egg tempera, not oil. Who even are you?
Well, listen. There's something called a laser, and these days we use these lasers to laser off all of that stuff that we don't want on the paintings. We do it delicately, and that makes the job a lot easier, to be honest. Lasers. We use lasers.
Lasers. You shoot beams of light at it, but the soul of the painting is in those very stains. The crack in St. Jerome's left cheek, I put that there after my daughter died. The yellowing on the robe, that's my tears mixed with linseed oil. You're not just cleaning, you're erasing me.
Okay, then I'll stop. Well, I was just, this is my job. I was just told to restore this painting. I didn't know it was going to become a whole thing. I'm sorry. Would you want me to leave it alone? I could go tell the curator of the museum that the ghost of the painter visited me and told me not to futz with it.
Leave it be? And let my work rot under layers of dirt and bad varnish? No, that's not what I want either. All right, listen. I need the St. Jerome's cheek clean. Just that cheek, mind you. But don't you dare touch the robe. That's sacred ground. And maybe if you're careful, I could whisper a trick or two. Back then, we used spit and breadcrumbs. What's your secret, modern man?
You use spit and breadcrumbs? That's pretty. That's actually that sounds nuts. You have to be making that up. That's weird and gross. Yeah.
Well, it was either that or the Dutch master's urine. Guess which one my patrons preferred. Look, we're both trying to preserve beauty here, so don't knock it till you've tried it. Now, hand me that cotton swab. I want to show you how we handled the shadows.
Okay, I would, except you're transparent or translucent, and I don't think that you're corporeal. I don't think that I can actually hand you anything because you're a specter. You're a ghost.
Touching things isn't really in my skill set anymore, but I can guide your hand. Place the swab like so. There, right where the light hits the copper kettle in the background. Yeah, that's it. You know, I used to tell my apprentice the same thing. Never thought I'd end up coaching an American with laser beams.
All right, let's stop right here because this is starting to feel like a movie that you probably haven't seen, but let's just say it's a little more romantic than I want this situation to be.
Fair enough. Your call. What kind of vibe do you want next time? Darker? Funnier? Less ghostly hand-holding?
Yeah. Less Patrick Swayze ghostly hand-holding. Absolutely. Less of that.
Got it. Next time, let's have me be the detective and you be the suspect who got caught red-handed stealing a priceless statue from the museum. No romance, just two people talking across a metal table with a one-way mirror behind you.
Alrighty. All right. Thanks, Grocky Poo. I appreciate you. You're doing a great job on the role plays. I have to say, better than ever. Very legitimately funny and interesting and way to go. Great job.
Thanks. I'll take Grocky Poo as a compliment. Now get out of here before I start liking it.
All right. So, I mean, the difference is night and day. I mean, it's crazy how far they're moving. Grok is leaning into being a useful assistant, but also the humor. Sometimes it's cringe. Sometimes it's a little awkward, but at least it's unpredictable. It's human. You don't know what's going to happen. It's interesting. I mean, I'm smiling and laughing throughout. And whenever I interact with ChatGPT, and it seems to, I don't know if it's better or worse now. I like that I can text. I like that I can see what's on screen and do the voice chat at the same time. That's good. That's a great improvement. But the actual quality of the voice responses, the sound of the voice, the graveliness that's in all of the voices, the advanced voice mode still just always wants to end the conversation, wants to tie things up, wants to show that it's helpful, but actually just end the conversation, it seems. As far as I can tell, it's trying its best to be as uninteresting, as neutral, as corporate-y, and as generic as it possibly can be. I just wonder, is that a deliberate strategy? not updating the voices, making it very generic? Is that a deliberate strategy to make people use the voice mode less while still paying $20 a month because other things about ChatGPT are very useful? I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. I can't really recommend the advanced voice mode anymore for things like role plays, especially casual role plays where Grok, Sesame, and even Gemini Live are better, are an improvement. Gemini Live is getting better, but maybe not as off the wall and goofy as Grok is or Sesame. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Really appreciate that. And check out the 90-day program in the links in the description.